So we have these slides. So we have our slides all ready to share with you guys. So our mission, and it is the most amazing mission ever, is to show others and inspire them to crush their goals and their journey. So am I going to read from the slides? Maybe, maybe not, y'all. But we want to add more ladies to our team so you all see what an amazing journey this is. And each one of us has our own story. And, before I move on, I know Cheryl is our guest coach tonight, and we want to honor that as well. So this, by the way, was this past summer where we were all together at our annual convention, which is fun. All right, here we go. So a little bit about me. I have been married for 31 years. I've have a lot of disabilities, but I don't let them become who I am. I have had pretty much a hard childhood all the way up through the age of 47. I was basically bullied and tormented for not looking like other people. And it was hard. And the only way to get engulfed into this lifestyle was for me to sink into personal development, because I didn't want to be all the things. I just wanted to be me and take other people on this journey with me. So I've been coaching now since 2015. And since we're on the Cheryl part, Cheryl is our guest, but I want her to share a little bit about herself real quickly. Cheryl, if you're unmuted, right?
I am now.
Okay, so Cheryl number 2 is going to share a little bit. Go ahead, girl.
All right. So I'm Cheryl. I am 59 years old, been married for almost 40 years. Next summit, it will be 40 years. And next June. I am a full-time registered nurse. I've done GI for 30 years of that, and now I'm doing home health. I'm an avid gardener, love to be in the garden, love to play in the dirt, love to cycle outdoors. I do have an indoor cycle as well. My husband in the peanut gallery, excuse that. We have 2 grown boys. One of them is married, one is single, no grandchildren yet. I hope that will change someday. My journey began in 2012 at premenopause, empty nesting, job change, all the things that goes along with all of that, and had tried everything under the sun to lose weight and to be healthy, and nothing was working. And not to mention, I was questioning whether or not my career was what I really wanted to do anymore. And found coaching, went to my first local quarterly meeting, and fell in love with the community, fell in love with the idea of helping others, not only as a nurse, but in the realm of health and fitness, and having another tool in my toolkit, so to speak. And so I've been coaching since 2012, and that's my story.
Thank you so much. And Cheryl is a valuable asset when it comes to, which I've had to do, ask questions. And she is very helpful. Okay.
All right. So I'm Stephanie. I'm 31 years old. I've been married to my husband, Eric, for 3 years now. We have a fur baby named Bailey, and if she was down here, you would hear her, but I have her locked away. I've been a coach since September of 21. I started out as a coach about 4 years ago, but had some bump in the roads, moved around a good bit. So life has found me in a point where it works in my life now. And if that would be you, that is so okay. It'll come around one day. I wouldn't change coaching for the world. Coaching makes me a better version of who I am. It helps me to stay accountable for my own journey. And also because my husband and I move around a lot, it affords me a community where I wouldn't have one otherwise. So it's something that I'm very grateful for, is to be able to have that community, because it's very important for me. In 2021 alone, I lived in 3 different states. So that is a lot when when you're a people person, and I very much so am, to not have that connection. So I'm very thankful for the opportunity that just that portion of Beachbody provides me. So Cheryl and I met over Instagram 4 years ago. I was on her Instagram and I was looking at her before and after pictures and just seeing the journey she was having. If you don't know Cheryl, I'm talking Cheryl Wolfgram. I know there's two of them in here. So Cheryl has lost 190 pounds over her Beachbody journey. And that really spoke to me, because I was at a point, I was young. I knew I needed a change. I knew I needed hope for that change. And I was looking at her and seeing the disabilities that she was talking about she had, and this journey she was doing. And it spoke to me. When I was 24, I was diagnosed with a brain aneurysm because I had a stroke. And so I knew that if she could do it, I could do it as well. So that part of her journey really, really spoke to me. And so not too long after we met, she invited me to join her on her journey and her team. And because we had a lot in common. So I did that, and like I said, I took some years to get to where I am now, but I am so thankful for Cheryl, and that I was able to find her through Instagram, because if I hadn't found her, I don't know where I would be right now as far as my journey. But I'm a way healthier version of me now, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally. When I dove into coaching, I really dove headfirst in this summer, because I went to the convention and I just saw all the different lives that have been changed. We saw people win over $100,000 for their journey and their weight loss they've had. And so I knew that I had to just dive in and be consistent. And so it really changed me. So I'm thankful that I got to meet Cheryl on Instagram. And we get to do what we both love doing, is helping others and helping them create their own journey and their business as well.
I'm going to interject really quickly because Cheryl Lemur and Lindsay are 2 other coaches that I met on Facebook, and we have the same upline people. And it was Lindsay and I worked together for a little bit before as coaching partners. This is before she had her little son. And it was, when I tell you guys what coaching has done for me, and mentoring and meeting these beautiful humans, and most of you know, except for a few, I cry all the time. Like, I'm just a walking tear. But it has been so amazing. This journey, beyond amazing. Okay, I'm sorry. That was a side note. Okay. Stephanie, what number is this? Is this you? No, it's me.
Just you. Go ahead.
Okay, so this is what you get, scattered Cheryl. So y'all, this is what I love the best, is that Beachbody has been around for so long, and Carl, one of the original owners, this is all he ever wanted, was to find a way to keep people healthy and in a sustainable way. And what I love the most is he brings in natural. Like, the more, I have to whisper this a little bit. So I'm on vacation here in Florida, and my dad's sick and he has Parkinson's, and watching that downfall is really hard. Had it not been for this lifestyle, had it not been for the journey that I'm taking right now, and this company in front of you, my father has literally asked me to help train him. And that is so, I want to cry every time I take him to the gym. And it's literally building foundational blocks. And when you couple those foundational blocks together, you build an amazing human being. And that's what you all are, amazing human beings. Like my girl, Kathy, I met her through a friend of ours, Sarah. And, everybody here has such an amazing story to tell. And you just don't realize how much it impacts you. And Cheryl, would you like to jump in a little bit on this one? I want you to be able to speak a little bit about if you're available. Oh, there she is. And she's muted. You're muted.
There we go. What Cheryl said was so much of part of my journey as well. Going through some really tough things with family and, not being able to really have people that I could talk to, my tribe, my team, my coaching friends, my challengers. That was my community. That's what I needed. That was who I fell back on. And if it had not been for them, I'm not sure where I would be. So having all this available, and of course, with the last 3 years that we've been in, not having to go to a gym, I was someone that packed my gym bag in the car and had full intentions of going after work. Half the time, most of the time, it never happened. But as soon as I was able to find time in my day and give myself 30 minutes a day, which we deserve as women, it was like, what, this is it. This is a no-brainer that we should not forget to give ourselves self-love every day, and that we are super important. And we forget that as women, as moms, we feel, give to everybody else and forget that we have to give to ourselves. Otherwise, we're filling from an empty cup. That's it.
Okay.
All right, so I want to go back to the what is Beachbody really quick. So Beachbody is a platform that we have online. You can reach it wherever you are. If you don't know much about Beachbody, it has fitness, nutrition, and as far as that goes, we have supplements that are proven that give results. And it transforms people's lives, not only physically, mentally, but it also impacts financially as well. So I just wanted to go back to that because we didn't really touch on what it actually is. So you literally can take Beachbody where you are. In the picture you see there is like different programs we offer. If you've never been in the workout realm yourself, you don't have to know. You don't have to know how to work out. You don't have to know what working out is, because you literally turn on a video, press play, and there is a professional trainer showing you what to do. So I just wanted to touch on that for just a minute. So there are different options to join. You can join as a preferred customer. And basically what that does, basically what that is that you use and you love the Beachbody products. And you would like 25% off of your supplements and anything on the Beachbody website. You want to be part of a community. You want insider access to news and new releases before it's available to just your customers. And you're not really interested in making a business out of it, but you still want to have some of the perks that a coach would have. And so basically that's what one of the options are. So the other option is to become a coach. So basically the only difference between a preferred customer and a coach, or the only difference would be that you want to lead a community, you want to make extra income, and you want to work and run your business. And you want to share that with your friends, your family, co-workers, whoever in your life, even somebody at the grocery store. And the perk of that is, you get extra income. So, and then you get to help people. So that is what our options are to join. And if you're not ready for either one of those yet, you could also just be a customer. What would be different about being a customer versus a preferred customer would be that you're not getting the 25% off discount.
Okay, so I love this part because had it not been for this part, it would have, and Cheryl could tap in right after me. The vital behaviors, and these are the only things that really, if you don't do them every day, at least 5 days a week, it is exactly how I've changed. I started off by being proof the products work. Eating the programs. I mean, as you see, Miss Stephanie here has dramatically changed. She has her meal plan, she has her Shakeology, and she does the work. We both did, right? And then you connect with people and you invite and you follow up with them. It's as easy as for me, when everybody asks, where did I get my shirt? What coffee do you like? What's your favorite restaurant? Where did you get your shoes? You're sharing all the time. It's not sales, it's sharing something that means absolutely the world to you. And without this part, you can't enjoy anything else. Now, I could get into all kinds of fun stories about, we have a coach on in our one of our groups with Cheryl and Stephanie and I, who is immobile in a wheelchair, and she's a coach, and she can't do half of the things that we can do. Anybody can do it. You are a beautiful, loving human. You have the ability, the spirit to impact somebody's mind and heart and to lead them into our futures. When I go to the gym, there is always that one person who asks me all the time, you seem to know what you're doing. How can I build strength? Oh my God. I get all weepy and I'm just like, let me help you. Let me help you. Guys, if you don't do this part now, it's never going to come. And that's one of the vital behaviors. Get people results. Mental transformations, physical, emotional, they're all there. Personal development is where it all started for me. I have about 100 books. Mary Alice is like challenging my butt all the time with books and books and books. What do you got for me? And then when I give her a list, I'm like, oh my God, I forgot about that book. I'm going to go read it again because it means that much. And because Mary Alice has books, it makes me think like, what is that one about? Will that help me? Cheryl, do you want to touch on the vitals?
Sure. I've been doing this obviously for 10 years. And so my social circle has seen me transform and they have seen me walk the walk. And so that's for me, proof that they work. Yes, they do. Proof that they work. when you have injuries. I've gone through different back injuries, knee injuries, and have been able to teach women how you can modify and be okay with that, because I have not been able to do everything. I'm not 20, and so I have to modify. Connecting and inviting and following up, all of those things that we do. We have the beauty of, if you so choose and want to do it, we have top coaches that lead us 3 times a day with doing the vital behaviors, with learning how to connect with people, with learning how to create genuine conversations and genuine connections and friendships. And we get that for free. We don't have to pay for that. It's just part of us being in this beautiful family of coaches. And they give away their tricks, and they're not shy about doing that. And then getting people results. I guess my most recent result person was Jess, and Lindsay knows her. She's been one of my coaches / challengers for a while, for 3 or 4 years. And she worked out up until delivery date, had a C-section. The nurses were like, you are already up and walking like within a few hours of her C-section. And she's already done her first half marathon with a 4-month-old. And she is in amazing condition. She's not at her goal by any means, but just the fact that she is showing her family, showing her baby, she's showing her friends that I can still do this being 9 months pregnant and postpartum having a C-section. And she's a nurse. So she did all of that while working night shift, being a nurse, being pregnant, up until the very end. And then personal development. I am listening to something right now that is rocking my brain. We had the pleasure of hearing Brendan Bouchard speak at our conference in July, and I am listening to his manifesto, and it's on Audible, and I'm sure you could probably get the book as well, but listening to him talk is amazing. And it is so eye-opening. And so personal development has been huge. Personal development has helped me become more confident and realize that I can do this, and how to, when you have those big daunting tasks. One of the books that I think a lot of us have read is Eat That Frog. So there's lots of things that we have learned, and so much that Beachbody gives to us that we don't have to pay for.
So you may be asking, what is my job as a Beachbody coach? What will I do? So being part of it is being proof that the products work. And that is by what we basically just talked about. But did you work out for that day? If not, what is your plan? When are you going to? What program are you following? Are you following it? Are you getting yourself results from that program that you can share with others? How's your nutrition? Doing your personal development and learning from it, getting takeaways from it. So I know that this sounds like a repeat of the last slide, but that is what is very important. If you're not doing it yourself, other people are not going to be able to learn about it from you. Like Cheryl, if Cheryl had not been being the proof that the products work, I wouldn't be here today, because I wouldn't have seen her journey. So that is really important, that you do your part so that others can see what you are doing.
Okay. I love this. How will I know what to do? So you have a little tracker and it tells you everything you need to do. Y'all, this is like, it's digital, or you could print it. And honestly, I'm sure you can't see it, but I have a little tracker here at my dad's house, and I'm just ticking it off. And just like Cheryl said, I'm going on and I am joining those action hours. And there's ongoing training all the time. Your business activity tracker is digital and you could print it out. And your sponsor always guides you. So no matter who your coach is, you are on your way.
All right. So another question that you may be asking is, so this all sounds good, but how do I get paid for this? So you get paid by helping others get started, helping them get started on their journey. And there's also a team cycle bonus, and that means that you also get an award for helping other people get started, basically. Now, I have to say this because I do. Team Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income from the Team Beachbody coach opportunity. Each coach's income depends on his or her efforts, diligence, and skill. So you can see more about that on the Beachbody website. But just to explain, so we talked about the options to join earlier. So when somebody would join you and you would help them get started, you also are helping yourself as well. So it's helping people, and it's about helping people. Number one of the whole thing is helping other people get started. And then as you do that, you will gain financially from that.
Yes. So Cheryl, would you like to add a little bit into this one?
Yes. You know, when we get started and this isn't a get rich quick scheme by any means. It is how hard you work and how what you get back from that doesn't necessarily have to always be financial, but it is nice to get that money. And it has helped us pay off some of our debt, which we are working towards retirement. And so my Beachbody income isn't millions, but it's enough that it helps me pay some bills, helps us go on trips, gives me the opportunity to get that pedicure or, do something fun for myself and be able to help others do the same thing. So that's what I enjoy about this, is that it's not to get started as a coach. You're not buying a brick and mortar that's costing you thousands of dollars. You're not having to purchase a whole bunch of product to have at your house. All of those things that some of those companies out there do. You have to buy a whole bunch of products and have it at your house and try to sell it or whatever. And we don't have to do any of that. So that's what I really enjoy about that side of our business structure.
And I want to add just a few things to that, is that, I don't have a retirement with the school district. As a teaching assistant, that's gone. And I love the fact that we don't have to stock products. It literally is, once you get started, we have a paid structure plan and you will see it. But for me, it's become a retirement, and it's helped me teach others how to live comfortably as well, because as empty nesters, which a lot of us are and some aren't, I know coaches who are 79 years old who work in senior living centers, and they're teaching and helping people get started who come in for day center stuff with their families. 79 years old as a coach, retired, has nothing else to do. And she is amazing. So I had to interject. Sorry. Okay, y'all. So you guys all know all of us, and we want to thank you so much for joining us. And the best part is, it's not something for everybody. And we wanted you guys on for support and to know that we love you all. And if you wanted to schedule a one-on-one Zoom call with your person who invited you, that we welcome that, because questions and concerns of yours are ours. And unfortunately, sometimes we don't get an opportunity to have those conversations. Time is always so busy, and we want you to ask them.